What's going on, guys? Midwest Tokusatsu here. And at last, we have a trailer for No.1 Sentai Gozyuger. So this comes from the press conference over the weekend, and we have a look at the cast, the villains, and the mecha. So right off the bat, from what I could pull from the character descriptions, it seems like our team here is going to be a gang of screw-ups. It seems like each one of them is going to have some kind of detrimental flaw, and I kind of like that. It kind of harkens back to Don Brothers, but they weren't exactly, I guess, screw-ups, but more so crazy. But the Gozyugers here just seem like a whole other level of terrible. So starting off with Red, seems like he's a hot-tempered, foul-mouthed kind of guy, doesn't really get along with everyone. And I wasn't really getting that from the trailer, so to speak, but this is just what I read from, character descriptions. Goju Leon appears that he was a former pop idol that somehow ended up ruining his career, and he's charismatic but also manipulative, and he's also implied to be bi, which I think that's a first for Sentai, isn't it? Now, for Goju Tyranno, seems like he's some kind of religious cult leader that follows the Tega sword, which is going to be their henching device for this series, and because of his beliefs, he's been estranged from his family. Now, for Goju Eagle, we don't really know much about him other than the fact that he's a high school student, and apparently he's an outcast, and he's also been estranged from his family. Now, Unicorn, I think she has the most interesting backstory of all, because apparently she was a former police detective in training, but was eventually kicked out of the academy for unknown reasons. So like I said, these guys aren't exactly the most ideal heroes, but that's just going to make this show all the more interesting. Especially if they call themselves the No.1 Sentai. I feel like they're going to really step up to the plate and grow into their roles. Now, as for the villain faction, they go by the name of Budaidan, and it looks like they're sporting kind of a wedding ceremony theme. Because you got the two human characters. The first one is Fire Candle, and the woman is Bouquet. Then the actual monster suit, it's made of two characters, so first being Mr. Shining Knife, and the other is Mrs. Sweet Cake. So I wonder what their deal is. Because there's this whole other aspect of treasure hunting, bringing in other Sentai teams. Like, it just seems kind of loaded in a sense. But last, and certainly not least, we have the mecha. So it's just the one component that's formed from their Tega swords on their hands. So the henching device is also the mecha, which I don't think that's ever been done before. And we get this really dynamic shot of it standing over previous Sentai mecha, like that one shot from G Gundam or Batman and Tower of Babel. But the way it works is that each ranger can swap out their own component on top of the main robot. Kind of similar to O-Ranger Robo. But that's really all of the major stuff from the preview. Did you guys see any of the press conference, or what did you think of the trailer? Let me know down in the comment section, and I'll see you all in the next video.